Mr. Ted Turner. Ted Turner is an American media mogul and philanthropist. At the age of 24, Turner became president and chief executive officer of Turner Advertising Company, and he turned the firm into a global enterprise. He founded the cable news network CNN, the first dedicated 24-hour cable news channel, as well as WTBS, which pioneered the superstation concept in cable television.
Well, here's a guy, and you wonder, is this the kind of guy where you probably wouldn't want to be this guy? But we sure could use a lot more guys like him. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does.
Now, our first guest is a legendary entrepreneur who, over the last decade, has given away more than $1.5 billion to philanthropic causes. $1.5 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ted Turner. Ted?
I want to help people.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt anybody. Is there anybody? I bet there's not a person in this room that wants to bomb anybody. If you'd like to bomb somebody, would you raise your hand? How many of you want to help somebody? How many want to help people around the world?
Not doing it is suicide. Just like dropping bombs on each other, nuclear weapons is suicide. So we've got to stop doing the two suicidal things, which are hanging on to our nuclear weapons
and global
and then after that we've got to stabilize the population. I went out in the world. I realized that the Cold War was a very dangerous situation with all the nuclear weapons, and I decided when I started learning about the news and what was going on in the world that I wanted to be a positive force and see if we could bring the Cold War to a peaceful conclusion. And so I just went over to all the communist countries and tried to get to know everybody and get to be friends with them. Because if you've got just one good friend in another country, you don't want to go to war with that country because you don't want to hurt your friend. but as I told the Russians and the Chinese and the Cubans, you know, if I was going to survive, they were going to have to survive too, because there was no way we could have a nuclear war without both of us getting killed. So in order to keep my country above water and have my children and all our children here in America survive, their children had to survive too, and we had to bring it to a conclusion.
Since the early 1970s, Ted Turner has stepped into the international spotlight with one accomplishment after another: cable television, sports team ownership, or environmental initiatives. Turner's vision, determination, and generosity have consistently given the world reason to take notice. Congratulations to our 2012 Pioneer Award recipient, Mr. Ted Turner.